Dumelang bakgotsi, welcome to new and old friends. I thought let me catch up with you quickly before kilo jima se ke le majimi. Ha se ke na le sebete hantle ke phapha hantle. Ke tlo posta le di video le di live ntse le tlo utlwa hantle ka nna. No, I'm joking. I won't do that because I'm such a baby. During these sessions, you'll just be laughing at me. Anyway, so last week was just the way May started or the way April ended was just so whack. You know, May is Mother's Day, it's African month, amongst other things, but there was a young lady, and I mean she wasn't the only one, but there was a young lady whose father used to be affiliated, or still is affiliated with the economic freedom fighters, the EFF, Rakgadi, you know, may she rest in peace. But she was initially being looked for by her family and her friends. And it later came out that her life had been taken and her body was found at a place, you know, it was just found a bit out of town from where she stayed. But as things come out, now it comes out that money was, you know, withdrawn from her account using body, is it cash sent, e-wallet, you know, something similar to that. So obviously the people that had taken her, mind you, they took her in front of her child. But basile ngwana, I don't know if that's a blessing or not, but they forced her to obviously send herself some funds and probably withdraw the maximum for that day, and then whatever else happened, and then eventually bamulaya jwale ka ntja bamusia fela jwale ka sekatana. The most painful thing for a family, and I think a parent to have to do is to bury their child. You know, naturally we're supposed to bury our parents, they're not supposed to bury us. I don't know how one recovers from that. I'm a parent myself, and I don't know what I would do. I mean, God forbid. But it brings me to the point that, you know, what's happening, guys, in our country, so much that people can brazenly, even with the children of famous, well-known people, celebrities, politicians, whatever it is that you want to call them, that le bona ba bolawa jwale ka rona, jwale ka dikatana, jwale ka dintja. I guess in death, we're all not different. We're all going one way. We're going to leave all our worldly possessions, but it just shows that we have a general problem of crime in this country, and it doesn't matter anymore who you are. But there was an uproar about the swift action that was taken in order to find the body of the young lady who has passed, Hillary, is it Gardi or Jadi? Gardi. Because she was found within 72 hours or whatever, whereas maybe you and I and others would be told to wait before opening a case of missing persons. So once again, we're reminded that if you don't have money or if you don't have connections, and it shouldn't be like that, considering that we live in a democratic country with the best constitution in the world, allegedly. Well, that's one of our selling points, along with that drink or pop called Rainbow Nation, that we have the best constitution in the world. So if people are able to be found and assisted so quickly, what about other families who still looking maybe for closure, for justice? Every day you and I are posting about a missing girl, a missing boy, a missing man, a missing young lady, but we are retweeting and hoping that people can be found, or we're putting up information about people being lost. And I just want to encourage you, friends, hore, at the end of the day, it's up to us now to not to take up arms per se, but we need to now stand up and fight for the kind of future that we want for ourselves and for our children, because this has been going on for so long. Nothing is going to change, and it doesn't. We don't have to wait maybe for body election e le ntho tse jwalo. Ke na ka gore rona as batho bana ha enana re eme re bona gona re lokisa jwang, because this bad behavior, it starts in the home. And now this is not to say you are a bad parent or whatever, but children mimic what they see, and the adults that they become is due to their environment and how they were raised. Number two, this thing of anything goes, everyone goes in and out of South Africa as they please. That can't be. That can't be. And thirdly, we should be reminded that the reason that people are able to get away with murder and behave the way that they do in our country, South African and non-South African, is because even when our own politicians, who are supposed to be serving us, the people that voted for them, they themselves get away with murder, there is no consequence for anything that they do. So why would there be a consequence for a smaller nyana skeleton, as they call it? Peace and love, Bahutsi. Be safe. Be safe, and please don't think that your partners are crazy for saying, let me know that you're home safe, or where are you, or where will you be. I don't think they're trying to stalk you. Respectfully, you know the ones that are trying to stalk you. But I think people just care enough to want to know that you are safe, because in South Africa, our land, we are fighting for our lives. Men, women, children, we are fighting for our lives. Peace and love.